'Cause I remember when I started, it was like this ocean of things I wanted to say and had to
Yes.
say, and they ranged from, like, a sweater I liked to, like, thoughts on a book or whatever, and the blog format really allowed for that, but at the same time, it was like in that era, all that content wasn't already out there,
Yeah.
so when I would write a blog post like, "How to wear black and brown together," it would actually, like, show up in Google search for, like, how to wear black and brown together, and that was, like, semi-novel information to receive from a blog, and now, what started me, like, losing my verve, for writing every day was I was like, I don't nobody needs to know what I think the best bikinis of for summer 2020 are. Like,
Right.
just I don't I had a really hard time locating where I thought my particular voice was still relevant in this, like, information onslaught that we live in now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think also maybe we both started before social media was really taking off. So like, one part of my life, I did a lot of pop culture writing, as a TV critic for the AV Club, and for the LA Times. And so back then it was actually pretty sexy to get to stay up and watch like American Idol and write it up and, and publish it online. It was very challenging, but you also got a lot of access to celebrities, which is really cool. But this is before you could follow them on Instagram and send them a DM or just, feel like you had that connection. There's a certain, I mean, LA and entertainment business, like that has really changed the level of access. And also just like the idea of like having hot takes. And like I, I still talk to someone about how there was like one time I made a joke about Billy Bush, the guy who co-hosted,
Oh, no, I know Billy
yeah.
Bush.
And I made some flippin' joke about him in the LA Times, and he emailed me to, like, take me to task, and it was terrifying, but also, like, kind of thrilling to know that someone might
Oh,
be out there
yeah.
reading your stuff, but, like, as you get older, and especially as the internet becomes more democratic and we become more aware of you get older, but, you realize, like, hot takes are worth less, and, uh, I don't know, and I also, felt an urge to articulate my experiences in a way that just were really therapeutic for me in terms of like being a mom. Like the day after my son was born, I was so exhausted and I just needed to sleep, but I could not sleep until I wrote down everything that had happened to me over the last 36 hours. And
Mhm.
at this current moment in time, I mean, how old are you? I don't know if you're allowed, if you feel comfortable.
44.
Okay, I'm 46. And like lately more, I feel like my brain is just like it craves quiet and rest more
Yes.
than like this like spinning urge to like get everything out and record my feelings. And again, I don't know if it's age, I don't know if it's like the internet, I don't know if it's Trump or whatever, but I just like I crave quiet and rest so much more than I crave like communicating. But that also makes me feel like like I'm losing it, like
Losing it.
yeah.
Yes. Literally last night, my boyfriend, he was
Mm.
like, "You forget so much stuff, like, are you okay?" Like, I'll forget entire, like, long and fairly important events, and I was like, "You don't understand, for 15 years, I have had a running internal monologue that is on, like, triple speed, constantly going, 'What's the story? What's the story? What am I gonna write about? What am I gonna say? What am I say? Like, what do I think about this?'" And that overflows, like, it's like your inner world overflows into your external world, and you're writing about your life and then, like, dreaming about your li and so I don't have a great grasp on what actually transpired in a weird way because I've done so much analysis of my, like, self and history that
Uh-huh.
sometimes it makes me feel like I'm losing it a little
Yeah.
bit.